So we have Marcus Coleman, who is the Atlanta president of the National Action Network. Now we know Reverend Al is notorious for mobilizing. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's one of the good rappers or whatever, got a real nice hair doing all that. And sorry about that, Marcus. But we know that he's known for mobilizing many people. So what I want to do is talk to my brother Marcus about is what are some solutions, some tangible solutions towards organizing our people, not just community, but organizations as a whole.
I'm glad you hit on that. And first, let me thank Ms. Waiters for putting this together. I'll be the first one to say it. I've told Ms. Waiters she needs to rest. But I see that this is your rest. This is therapeutic for you. I personally, I know I'll get to the question in 1 second, but I personally think everybody should give it up for the Waiters family, the Stafford family. For those that continue to speak up and speak out while they're still waiting on justice. That's pretty strong. Kalonji, I'm glad you said that, man, because today has been a heavy day for me. I'm not in the best of moods. I represent a portion of my generation, you know, that wants to continue the movement, but sometimes gets some very unfair labeling and categorizing because who I've chosen, what vehicle I've chosen to use. You know, I take a lot of pride in coaching Little League. I'm a Tigers fan, so bear with me. Got an awesome team. We had a write-up in the paper yesterday that we were facing a team that was 6th in the state. We lost today. And in losing, there starts the backstabbing. There starts the dissension. There starts the bickering. Forgive me for my Caucasian comrades in the audience, but I want to talk to the black people right now. As Brother Malcolm once stated, you know, we can have no true black-white unity until there's truly black unity. And right now, black people, y'all are in trouble. And I say y'all, I'm one of you. Please believe that. But organizing and mobilizing, Kalonji, we are so dismantled. We are so disillusioned as a community. That's why we can't get those 100 a day out at the courthouse. Because y'all are so busy bickering about what organization is doing this, or, and no disrespect, because me and Kalonji have had a lot of good talks. And our pride is being one of those brothers that can, you know, get suited and booted and Mr. Ford go up in there with you and everybody thinks I'm the newest upcoming politician, and then I take off my sleeves and I got my cap on and then they think I'm a thug in the street. I like that. You don't know who I am. I like that because I like being connected to power, and I like being a part of action, and I like leaving all the other mess, throw it to the side. I work with Kalonji, I work with Mr. Ford, I work with Mount, anybody, any organization. But we cannot truly mobilize until we throw all the status and the titles out the window. Even amongst organizations.
That's right.
I've heard a lot of talk about when the cameras are on. Well, let me just keep it real with some of y'all. Some cameras follow certain people. They don't call them.
That's right.
I'm going to say that one more time. Some cameras follow people. When some of you all are thinking everybody's grandstanding and wants to be before the camera, some people live their life before the camera. And if you learn how to manipulate the media, you can highlight and maximize your numbers. Right. If we quit worrying about who's in front of the camera, just make sure that you get somebody there. The camera is not such a bad thing. Now, I'm not all glorifying the camera, but we talked about mass mobilization. We talked about pressure against the grand jury. If you mobilize now, you prevent the next tragedy.
That's right.
I know this is about violence against police officers violence against the community. But Kalanja, if we would stop killing each other at a rate 20 times worse than the cops, then maybe the cops will stop killing us.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, please don't get me twisted. I am not condoning police brutality or murder. I am not making an excuse for the police to murder us. But I would be naive to think that if an officer, I like what you said about living in the same community that you patrol. I like that, because of what they do, as you know, Kamanja, they do send new hot recruits out of fresh out of recruitment school, straight to the ghetto. They don't know nobody, but you know what they do know? They know what's going on in the media. They see, they don't even, let's not even use the media, so I don't want to be stuck on the media. They see what's going on day to day in our streets. We talk to each other in such a terrible way, where pants are hanging off our ass, and excuse my expression. Our parents are cursing at the children. I just witnessed that 3-4 hours ago. They were killing us when we had unity, but they were a little nervous of us back then. They're not nervous anymore. Sure, FTP, sure, Malcolm X, sure, of course, I'm going to say National Action Network. Sure, we as a small little entity in our own little sects, so to speak. But in order for us to mass mobilize, we got to break down the barriers, and that's why I respect brothers like Kalanja. And I'll close with this. When me and Kalanja first met, a little over a year ago, I took a lot of shots from him. You know, Kalanja's not a fan of Reverend Al Sharpton. And I don't care if you are or you're not, that's fine. As a man,
You like Reverend Al.
as a man, you can like and dislike whomever. But the problem is, don't you categorize me because I happen to work in the same organization. That's foolish. That's judgmental. And it's damn near racism yourself. Make sure that we break down the barriers. In my Caucasian comrades, again, you know, this was meant for my people because somebody did state that, you know, it's Miss Waiters, it's an attack on black. The numbers are higher. They don't come in your communities and do no-knock warrants and shoot your grandmothers or throw tear gas grenades in the windows that kill little bitty children. They don't do that. They don't do that. Why? Because they know if they did, it would be 1 million of you down there.
That's right.
And it would shut them down. They don't fear the mobilization of us because they know that behind closed doors, all they got to do is separate us and we rat each other out and tell on each other for a peanut butter sandwich.
That's right.
So stop the labeling. Stop the judging. Organizations, let's stop pulling at victims so we can, I will say this, so we can get our picture on the camera. Let's stop fighting over families because they could care less who helps them. They just want help. Let's stop saying what this organization ain't doing and what we'll do if you come over here with us.
That's right.
It's foolish. I'm going to close because at any given time, I might have Miss Waiters calling or asking something, talking. Me and Miss Waiters became good friends. But at the same time, I click over and I talk to Dr. Harris, who was the grandmother of Dontre Williams, the 15-year-old with the mental capacity of a 10-year-old. And then I'll click over and I'll talk to Miss Hubbard, who is the mother of Irvin Jefferson, who was killed by 2 black security guards who were impersonating police officers. And at this point in time, the DA says they plan to charge no one with the boy's death. So think about, no one asked me to fill out this application in the cab. Yes, sir, Robert James. Nobody asked me to fill out this application, so I'm not looking for any sympathy. But I just want you all to know that for those who are really, truly connected to the struggle and that respect other organizations, stop the bickering, stop the labeling, lock arms, and let's really help our community in order to build the numbers. Thank you.